Hard men don't blink when the door swings wide. Hard men don't flinch when the weak ones hide. I don't talk fast, I don't talk sweet. I'm talking footsteps and cold concrete. You can bring your crew, you can bring your lies. I'll read the truth in your starving eyes. 96 beats, that's a steady drum. Means I'm already here and I'm not gonna run. Keep your hands calm, keep your voice low. This ain't a movie, this is how it goes. Hard men don't blink, hard men don't break. We don't pray for mercy, we just take what we take. 96 burning like a match in the rain. Every step got weight, every word got chain. Hard men don't blink, look at me straight. You don't get respect, you inherit fate. You can lock your safe, you can lock your pride, but you can't lock out what waits outside. I've seen tough talk turn paper thin when the room goes quiet and the night gets in. That bass line crawls like a gut check truth. That snare hits sharp like a broken tooth. You keep smiling like you're built like stone, but I hear your fear in the way you breathe alone. Don't reach too quick, don't stand too tall. A little mistake is a long free fall. Hard men don't blink, hard men don't break. We don't pray for mercy, we just take what we take. 96 burning like a match in the rain. Every step got weight, every word got chain. Hard men don't blink, look at me straight. You don't get respect, you inherit fate. I don't need noise, I got patience, meanest of the toys. You can call it evil, you can call it law. I call it balance when I see a flaw. And if you think I'm bluffing, say it again, but say it with your eyes. Hard men don't pretend. Morning comes gray, but it don't wash clean. It just shows you what you should have seen. You tell the story like you almost won, but almost don't count when the work gets done. I wipe my hands, let the silence settle, leave you there shaking with your own metal. 96 beats fading down the hall. Hard men don't blink, hard men don't fall. Hard men don't blink, hard men don't break. We don't pray for mercy, we just take what we take. 96, hear that boot floor pain. That's a crown made blunt, that's a throne made chain. Hard men don't blame. Last thing you learn in this kind of dark, you don't get a return. talk like a king with a borrowed crown. Smoke in your lungs, but you're still backing down. This isn't a bar fight, it's a family creed. We don't raise our voices, we just make you bleed. 90 heartbeats pacing in my coat line chill. Every single one is a test of will. Power walks quiet down a dirty street. If you hear us coming, it's already complete. By order of the silent, no warning shot. Rim shot clicks off every name you forgot. Organ hums loud for the soldier cross. Dark blues verdict for the lines you lost. By order of the silence, one iron law. If you can't pay respect, you don't get to draw. We toast with our name like it's free to spend, but the bill comes due at the ugly end. We don't write it down, we remember the face. We remember the night, we remember the place. Coats in the doorway, smoke in the hall. One knot settles who will stand or fall. You don't shake the room with a drunken scream. You shake it cold with a sober scheme. By order of the city, no warning shot. Rim shot clicks off every name you forgot. Organ hums low for the soldier cross. Dark blues verdict for the lines you lost. By order of the silence, one iron law. If you can't pay respect, you don't get to draw. Don't swear you're loyal if you run at dawn. Don't claim your blood if your heart is gone. Don't say I'm ready with your hands still clean. This street writes stories in a darker ink than green. When the door swings open, all the noise goes thin. Men stop talking just to take you in. You can feel the weight of the eyes you fear. You can taste the price of your last failed year. I don't lift my voice, I just lift my chin. And the whole damn room decides if you walk or give in. By order of the silence, last call made. Rim shot fades out like a debt repaid. Dark blues council never signs a name. We sign in the seconds right before you blink. By order of the silence, that's a rule we keep. If you wake the wolf, don't expect to sleep. woke up choking on yesterday's smoke, mouthful of pennies and promises broke, neon bleeding through a half-closed blind. Same old headache, same old mind. Ain't no sunrise that can pay my due, just the dark blues dragging me through. I tried to pray, but my throat went thin, like mercy don't live under my skin. Dead in the wind, calling my name, brush on the snare like a slow burning flame. Slide guitar, crying what I can't defend. Every road I take got the same damn end. Dead on the wind, hard and cold. Paying in years for the lies I told. Barkeep knows my face, not my past. Says you look like trouble that don't last. I keep $1 and a pocket knife. That's my whole kingdom, that's my whole life. My leg comes like a dog in pain, chasing a train that won't come again. Ain't no clean shirt, ain't no clean start, just a rusted lock on a restless heart. Dead on the wind, calling my name, brush on the snare like a slow burning flame. Slide guitar, crying what I can't defend. Every road I take got the same damn end. Dead on the wind, hard and cold. Paying in years for the lies I told. Knock on the door, footsteps in the hall. I hold my breath. Day comes due, you pay in pain. If I run, the wind will still keep score. Follow me right to the next cheap door. If I stay, the silence will testify. Write my confession in a half-spoken sigh. So I light one more, let the smoke go thin, and I listen for the dead on the wind. Dead on the wind, closing the rain, brush on the snare like a funeral swing. Slide guitar, screaming low and mean for the man I was and the man I've been. Dead on the wind, last breath, so Don't check a mirror, don't check the phone. The road is the only thing you call your own. Burn the map and the letters they wrote. Cut the anchor on this sinking boat. The city is sleeping in a poison haze. I'm done with the nights and I'm done with the days. Gasoline dreams in a tank full of lead. Silence of voices inside of your head. Leave them behind in the dust and the rust, trading their lives for a handful of dust. Resonator screaming like a hawk in the sky. Dark blues high where the memories die. Leave them behind, let the bridges all burn. This is the wheel that you never can turn. They want your pity and they want your time. Drag you down slowly into their grime. But the white line fever is a cleaner disease, driving me forward with a dangerous ease. Watch the horizon swallow the sun. The race is over before they realize you run. Ghost in the passenger seat fades away. Nothing to owe and nothing to pay. Leave them behind in the dust and the rust, trading their lives for a handful of dust. Resonator screaming like a hawk in the sky. Dark blues high where the memories die. Leave them behind, let the bridges all burn. This is the wheel that you never can turn. County line crossed, static on the radio. Name is forgotten. Leave them until the dawn. Empty diner on the edge of the void, thinking of the lives that I've destroyed. Well, maybe they saved me by pushing too hard. Now I'm the joker in the bottom of the card. Coffee is blacker than a sinner's heart, the perfect fuel for a brand new start. Leave them behind, final mile marker past, free from the shadow that the tall buildings cast. Dark blues drifter with a heavy right foot, bury the past in the asphalt and soot. Leave them behind, don't you ever turn back, fade in the black on the railroad track.
Time is a dealer that never plays fair, counting your heartbeats with a clockmaker stare. You bought every minute thinking hours were cheap. Now the iron watch wins while you lose your sleep. 87 ticks till your account runs dry. Iron pocket watch marking when you die. Every second stolen has to be repaid. The family keeps ledgers in the Birmingham shade. Iron pocket watch ticking down your fate. Snare marks the seconds that you realize too late. Piano strikes cold for the time you can't buy. Dark blues countdown as your empire runs dry. Iron pocket watch wound too tight. Midnight approaches in the small heath night. You promised dignity by the factory bell, swore on your honor that you'd never tell. But the gears don't forgive and the springs don't bend. When the mainspring breaks, that's how stories end. Chain rattles heavy like the debts you owe. Watch face reflects everywhere you can't go. Precision is power when the margins are thin. One tick out of rhythm and you'll never win. Iron pocket watch ticking down your fate. Snare marks the seconds that you realize too late. Piano strikes cold for the time you can't buy. Dark blues countdown as your empire runs dry. Iron pocket watch wound too tight. Midnight approaches in the small heath night. First gear, test. Second gear, burn. Mainspring, grapes. Iron watch cage. The watch stopped at 2:45, the exact moment when you tried to flee. I wind it back up with a practiced hand. Another name crossed in the smoke-filled land. Your grandfather chimes for the debt now paid. Iron precision in the peaky trade. Iron pocket watch, final tick stops. Snare fades silent when the hammer drops. Dark blues timekeeper with a steel cold heart. Every ending measured from the very start. Iron pocket watch, rust never shows. Family forever. That's how the legacy goes. You wanted a headline, you wanted a name, so you fed the city a pretty little flame. Now the presses keep rolling, and so do I, with an ink-stained alibi and a perfect tie.
96 beats and the street feels tight. You can't outrun truth when it prints at night. You can buy a story, you can buy a grin, but you can't buy silence when the ink sinks in. In stained alibi, black on white, snare hits hard like a courthouse light. Piano cuts sharp, brass breathes cold, dark blues pressure, watch the lie unfold. And stay in alibi, read it slow, your own words are the rope you throw. You shook hands clean with a dirty plan, thought paper was weak in the palm of a man. But paper remembers what mouths forget, and my page turns smooth when I place a bet. Your friends get quiet when the rumors get near, 'cause the truth sounds loud in a gangster's ear. No need for a weapon when a sentence bites. I let your confession work the night shift. Ink stain alibi, black on white, snare hits hard like a courthouse light. Piano cuts sharp, brass breathes cold, dark blues pressure, watch the lie unfold. Ink stain alibi, read it slow, your own words are the rope you throw. Printed once, printed twice, try to deny, know that you forget. Comes pale through the office blinds, find your suit still sharp and your courage behind. I fold the paper like a closing prayer, walk out calm into the thin cold air. No witness needed, no final plea, just ink on the page where you can't be free. Ink stay an alibi, last line sealed, snare fades down as the whole thing's revealed. Dark blues gentleman, steady as stone, turning your secrets into bone. Ink stay an alibi, one rule stands, never start a fire you can't hold in your hand. Sheriff's boots on the porch last night, wood floor creaking in the lantern light. Said, boy, you been running on borrowed air. I tasted trouble in the cold night stare. Mama cried soft, tried to hold my sleeve, but the county line don't ever leave. No jury appears, no preacher's plea, just a paper with my name and a crooked decree. just loved the wrong woman and paid my rent. Her daddy had friends in a courthouse room where the air smelled sweet like an early tune. He shook my hand, smiled like a saint, then sent my future down a hole of pain. They call it justice, they call it clean, but I seen the stains on the badge's sheen. County line notes swinging in the wind, brush nail whispering what I did, slide guitar crying like a rusted train, every slow beat dragging out the pain. County line knows tight as the truth, they don't forgive a man for the things of his youth. One last drag, one last prayer, one last look down below. County line, let me go. Morning came gray with a mean kind of calm, rope on the hook like a devil's song. Sheriff said, son, any final words? I heard my heartbeat talking in thirds. I said, tell my mama I tried my best. Then the world went quiet in my chest. County line notes swinging in the wind, brush there counting down my end, slide guitar screaming but the sky don't bend. A man meets darkness where the roads all end. County line knows cold as a law, they'll hang you for love or they call it flaw. Station platform empty except for me and the dust. Ticket in my pocket turning into rust. I've been standing here since the sun turned red, watching opportunity roll on ahead. The engine hissed like a rattlesnake warning,
but I couldn't move in the weight of that morning. 86 beats like the wheels on steel. Last train smoke is all that's real. Conductor called my name one final time, but my feet stayed planted in the mud and grime. Last train smoke, rising slow, taking every chance I'll never know. Can't buy another ticket, can't rewrite the track. The last train don't circle, it don't come back. Last train smoke, fading gray, leaving me standing where the lost ones stay. Now morning that cries like a widow's prayer, echoing the choice that I couldn't bear. I had the fare, I had the will, but fear got heavy and the clock stood still. Now the rails are cold and the depot's dark, just me and the ghost of a mist embark. Baseline walks like footsteps away from the man I could have been today. The engine smoke curls into the dying light, taking all my maybes into the night. Last train smoke, rising slow, taking every chance I'll never know. Can't buy another ticket, can't rewrite the track. The last train don't circle, it don't come back. Last train smoke, fading gray, leaving me standing where the lost ones stay.
They say regret is a heavy load, but standing still is a different road. You carry the weight of what could have been till the tracks grow over and disappear in the wind.
Now I walk back through the empty town, where the signs are faded and the lights stay down. Every face I pass seems to know my shame. The man who let the last train leave his name. And trial fades soft like a closing door. Bass hits one note and nothing more. Last train smoke, gone from view, left me here with what I didn't do. No second chance, no golden track. The last train smoke don't ever come back. fast train smoke, memories stain. I'm the only passenger who missed that train. Grave dirt on my boots from the hole I dug deep. 3 midnight shovels and a promise to keep. Moonlight shows bones where the good men rot. My shadow's longer than the lies I forgot. Ain't no preacher gonna call my name right. 80 beats dragging through the endless night. Cloud Mogul cries like a hunter's last breath, waking the hungry from the dirt bed dead. Cold ground remembers what the living deny. Every sin buried comes back to ask why. Grave dirt blue sticking to my skin. Hate imposter where the dam begin. No, only water washes this away. Just the weight of tomorrow turning gray. Grave dirt blues calling me home, digging my future from a stranger's bone. Crossroads whisper where the 3 pass me. Devil don't bargain, he just claims his meat. I sold my shadow for a bottle of fire. Now it walks ahead like a funeral pyre. Foot stomp shakes the stones where the lost ones sleep. Slide bends mean like secrets too cheap to keep. Crow circles high picking at my face. Grave dirt blues gonna seal my day. Every dawn's a death that the night collects, turning strong backs into hollow regrets. Grave dirt blues sticking to my skin. 80 pulses where the dam begin. No holy water washes this away. Just the weight of tomorrow turning gray. Grave dirt blues calling me home, digging my future from a stranger's bone. Say you can run from the family curse, but grave dirt follows like a hungry hearse. I'd trade my right hand for one clean night, but the blues got roots that grow out of sight. Sun tries to rise, but the sky stays black. Echoes of shovels on my crooked track. I see their fingers clawing through the clay, pulling me under at the end of the day. Resonator fades like a dying man's sigh. Grave dirt blues is where the lost go to die. Grave dirt blues, eternal and cold. 80 beats in a story untold. No salvation waiting past the hill, just more dirt and a midnight chill. Grave dirt blues, my only throw. Dirt to dirt, I'm finally home.
Clock strikes 12, but the hands don't move. Room feels heavy with what you can't prove. Shadows stretch long across the cracked wood floor. Midnight claim knocking at your door. You light a smoke, but the flame burns cold. Feeling the weight of a story untold. Riff drags slow like dirt on your grave. He's here to collect what your sins have gave. No prayer answers, no window breaks, just the pull of the dark that your body takes. Midnight claim, slow and sure, 78 beats till there's nothing pure. He don't rush, he don't make a sound. Takes your fire, lays it underground. Midnight claim, mercy shown. What the night wants, the night is on. Mirror cracks with the whisper of glass. Your reflection fades like smoke from the past. Bottles empty, but the thirst don't quit. Memories clawing with bony grit. Drum stud empty like a hollow chest. Bass hums the judgment you can't contest. Every wrong turn leads to this bed where the claim settles debts long overfed. Eyes go heavy, the fight turns thin, letting the darkness pull you in. Midnight claim, slow and sure, 78 beats till there's nothing pure. He don't rush, he don't make a sound. Takes your fire, lays it underground. Midnight claim, no mercy shown. What the night wants, the night is on. You made your deals in the neon rain, traded your light for a fleeting gain. Now the claim arrives without a word, silent as sin, heavy as the dirt. No final plea, no bargaining plea, just a fade into eternity. Don't come with the promise of peace, just echoes whispering your release. Sheets lay empty, bottle tips slow, midnight claim took what you didn't know. Next fool stares at the same cracked wall, hearing the knock when the shadows call. 78 beats etched in the stone, claimed by the night, forever alone. Last breath sighs, the circle complete. Darkness wins on this empty street. Midnight claim, eternal indeed. 78 till your secrets don't keep. He owns the hour, he owns the soul. Fills the void where your fire went cold. Midnight claim, the final toll. Night takes all, and that's the hope.
Woke up with dust on the inside, breathe like smoke from a landslide. Hands still black when the water runs, can't wash off what the work's done. Every shift another year gone down, buried alive underneath this town. Smile just chalk on a caving wall, cold black heart taking it all. Son's a rumor I don't trust, live on coffee, rust and dust. Cold black heart, beating slow, pumping shadow where blood should flow. If I crack, you'll see inside, nothing left, the light ain't tried. Slide guitar screams when the roof line creaks, Hab-band moans like the vent shaft leaks. Men go down and some don't rise, names carved small where the canary dies. Four men's watch says time is paid, clock don't show what it takes away. Every breath a borrowed loan, cold black heart turned to stone. Spit looks dark, comes on floor, been too long to count to four. Cold black heart, beating slow, pumping shadow where blood should flow. If I crack, you'll see inside, nothing left, the light ain't tried. Dirty slide rakes over a low riff, stomping drums pound like drills. Bass grinds like a conveyor, heavy swirls tight and constant flavor. If the mountain finally cashes in, folds me back into its skin, don't dress me up in Sunday white, lay me down and work day night. Quitting time in the sky gone red, can't
can't shake rock out of my head. Kids ask why my nails stay black, why my shoulders never slack. I just laugh and change the talk, count my steps in the gravel walk. But when it's quiet, truth gets sharp. Cold black heart hits like a harp. Hear it thump in the kitchen chair, same old dust in the evening air. Cold black heart, hard and warm, beating tunnels before I was born. When it stops, don't fake no light. Cold black heart was built for night. Hammer falls on cold iron now, forgotten forge where the strong men bow. Cold dust lungs and scarred up hands, years of labor on barren lands. Walls remember when the fires roared, now just echoes where the dreams were stored. Every strike a memory's pain, forgotten forge, nothing gained. Bellows wheeze but won't catch flame, forge lies silent, calling no name. Forgotten forge, dark and still, broken dreams on the windowsill. No more sparks, no molten glow, forge remembers what we don't know. Through the empty hall, heaven sighs where the shadows fall. Broken chains hang from blackened beams, workers gone, lost their dreams. Every dent tells a story cold, forge that shaped us now grows old. Standing firm where the fire died, forgotten forge, endless pride. Anvil rings with a hollow sound, forge lies buried underground. Forgotten forge, dark and still, broken dreams on the windowsill. No more sparks, no molten glow, forge remembers what we don't know. Heavy acoustic pounds over amplification, rumbling bass creates oppressive weight. Smoky hammer fills the abandoned space. Raise the hammer one last time, forge your memories, yours and mine. Power faded, but the endurance lights the ways. Dawn creeps cold through shattered glass, forgotten forge from the past. Every scar a badge of toil, forge that tamed the hardest soil. Standing tall where the embers fell, Forged spirit rings its knell. No surrender to the rusting years. Forgotten forge conquers fears. Final strike echoes through the night. Forge eternal, pure might. Forgotten forge, fierce and true. Burning soul comes shining through. Heart of iron, soul refined. Forged forever, one of a kind.
The throne was forged from the bones of the lost. I sat there smiling no matter the cost. Flames were my courtiers, ash was my crown. Burned every bridge leading out of this town. They called me a monster, I called it a rain. Trading their futures for my personal gain. Now the fire's turned inward, consuming the seed. The king of the cinders admits his defeat. Every empire built on a funeral pyre eventually chokes on its own funeral fire. Sing the throne reckoning, kingdom of soot. Slide guitar melts like the flesh of the foot. Organ moans where the courtiers scream. Dark blues judgment on a monarch's dream. Sing the throne reckoning, the blaze turns within. The hot as hell fire comes from original sin. I watch my reflection in the molten gold. A face made of hunger, a heart made of cold. The advisors all fled when the first beam gave way. Left me to rule over my own judgment day. The scepter is charcoal, the sashing is ash. Every conquest remembered as a terrible crash. I ruled with an iron that turned into rust. Now I'm embracing what turns kings into dust. Power's a poison that tastes like sweet wine, till it hollows your marrow and claims what's thine. Send a throne reckoning, kingdom of soot. Slide guitar melts like the flesh of the foot. Organ moans where the courtiers scream. Dark blues judgment on a monarch's dream. Send a throne reckoning, the blaze turns within. The hot as hell fire comes from original sin.
Flames just a pile of the burn. No epic conclusion, no history learned. The throne room's empty, the kingdom erased, just a shadow burned into the stone fireplace. No songs for my glory, no tales of my might, just the silence that follows a terrible night. I ruled like a god till the god became me.